Remember the name? Thank you. Oh, so they gonna stay up for a while. Testing. 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 I'm gonna have to get it. Testing. 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 Yeah, I got. I think that one. No, they got. Oh, you need this one right here. That one. Okay. Ready? So we stand over here. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 34th biannual graduation for the Community Reentry Network Program. Today, our theme will be The Journey Continues. And as I look at the participants in the program, I just want to let y'all know how very proud I am of y'all. I know a lot of y'all individually and personally, and I'm so proud of you for the investment that you made in yourself. And I can tell you this, it will pay off. I'm extremely excited today because today marks 1 year from my graduation from the Community Reentry Network. So I just want y'all to know that I did 16 years and 3 months in prison from the age of 18 to 34. And when I got out, the first week I was out, I signed up for the Community Reentry Network Program. And so I just want to be an encouragement to y'all today that graduation is not a stopping point. That's why the theme today is The Journey Continues. So all of the hours that y'all spent in class, all of the things that y'all was learning, all of the readiness that you was preparing yourself for, I'm excited to see you put that to work and seeing what it's going to produce in your life. Because I'm believing that y'all are going to be individuals in y'all community that's going to make a positive impact. And so give yourself a round of applause. So now we're going to move forward in our service, and we're going to invite Pastor Kirkpatrick up. He's going to do our invocation.
Let us bow. Our Father and our God, we thank you. We thank you, Father, for this occasion. We thank you, my Heavenly Father, for these graduates. We pray your blessings upon their lives. We thank you, Father, for the support of family and friends. We thank you, Father, for such a program that will help them throughout the rest of their lives. We love you, God, and we do thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Kirkpatrick. Now, I'm a little excited now. I just want y'all to know I'm excited because I'm getting to meet all of the individuals in the background that we won't see on the front lines that are doing heavy work to make sure that there is real opportunities for participants that's going through the program. And so I'm getting to know everyone on the stage. All right. So, I want y'all to excuse me. All of these individuals, I was reading their bios, and, they have so many credentials that I would do it undue justice to talk about all of them. So I'm going to let them share for you as well. Okay. And so I want to introduce Miss LaShonda. She's our assistant director over the health department. And from my experience of knowing her, she's very transparent and she's very serious about the work and reentry. So y'all give her a warm welcome.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. I want to welcome and thank you all for joining us to celebrate these graduates of our Community Reentry Network program. on achieving this goal and milestone. Graduations are a time for us to celebrate and recognize hard work. I was telling Dr. Tran just a few moments ago, I love graduations, and I have an older sister that really loves graduation so much she had to graduate from line dance school. But graduations are a great time to celebrate, and this particular graduation is extra special because we're celebrating women and men who have done the very hard work of transformation. So congratulations to you all. Graduation is often called commencement because it's a beginning. Today, we aren't just looking back at the challenges overcome. We're looking forward to the potential, to the careers, to the lives that are being built starting right now. I didn't know Peter was one of our graduates, so it's a perfect example. It works, y'all. You just got to do the work. Your presence here is a testament to your gift, and we are honored to stand here with you. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank the Houston Health Department Community Reentry Network team led by Ms. Latasha Seletsman. Latasha and her team are so dedicated, and I want to thank them for being dedicated and committed to the program participants. Thank y'all for never feeling like the task is too small or too big, no matter what the ask is from the participants or from myself or from my director. They always rise to the occasion. Thank y'all for dedicating yourselves to serving our neighbors and family and friends and helping them to create a future and a life to look forward to, and even more so, one that you can be proud of. As I close, I want everyone in this room to remember that every day is a gift. That's why it's called the present. And only in the present can we be intentional in how we live, love, and grow. Again, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. LaShonda, for those encouraging words. And now, I want to introduce Dr. Teresa. This is my first time meeting her in person. She is the director over the Houston Health Department, and she has some remarks that she wants to share with us.
Thank you, Peter. So this is my first graduation. So I'm here along with all the rest of y'all experiencing graduation for the first time. But good afternoon to all of our honorable and esteemed graduates, families, partners, community leaders. I'm, like Peter said, I'm Dr. Teresa Tran. I'm the director of the Houston Health Department. Today's celebration is a celebration of progress, of perseverance, of possibility. The theme, which is "The Journey Continues," captures the heart of what we're honoring, which is that this moment isn't the finish line, but it's a powerful milestone on a much, much longer and non-linear road. Since this program began in the summer of 2008, it stood on simple but bold beliefs that returning citizens deserve opportunity, support, and a real chance to thrive. Today, we proudly recognize 82 graduates, and I heard that half of them aren't here because guess what? They're out there working. These graduates chose growth, accountability, and forward momentum, and they've committed themselves to the belief that through hard work and determination, they can make a difference in their own lives and in others. That number matters. We have 82 graduates this year. Over the life of this program, over 60% of participants are now employed or enrolled in training or certification programs. Employment opens doors, allows individuals to support their families, to contribute to communities, and to build stability. Through hands-on training and marketable skills, this program prepares participants to compete in today's economy and to secure meaningful wage earning opportunities. But success isn't about employment alone, and 98% of participants are residing in stabilized housing, because we know that safe housing is foundational to successful reintegration. And 96% have secured access to healthcare. We are especially proud that this program is housed here in the Houston Health Department, which ensures that participants always have a place to call home for when you're looking for access to care and resources and application assistance. You can always call home. A healthy community is, without question, I'm so sorry. I'm just so happy for you guys. A healthy community is without question a strong and resilient community. We will continue to be invested in this reentry program because we're dedicated to public safety, reduced recidivism, and responsible stewardship to taxpayer dollars. That impact reaches far beyond individuality. It strengthens families and neighborhoods across Houston. So that's what my comms director gave me, and I just have a message to you. I am so proud of you. I love you. I know that in your future, job applications and rent applications and people from your past are going to try to remind you of what you've been through and that maybe you're different or not worthy of what comes next. Through this program and through your dedication that you're sitting here today, please remember that we see and recognize that and admire that you are worthy of what comes next. I admire you because I think that the journey that you've gone through and the one that you are embarking upon, because it's going to last the rest of your life, you will, when you succeed, when you are at the end of your life and knowing that you have gone through this, that you've re-entered successfully, you will have lived a fuller life than most of us who have not. To your family and your friends and to your supporters, please be there for them. Please remember, and we will remember and always advocate for this, that this journey is not linear, that there will be ups and downs, that that's part of the process, but that if we continue to power through just with the same determination, the same hard work that you did to get through this program, it's just little steps, on and on and on, and you will have a successful journey. And I'm so proud that we get to be a part of that for you. So congratulations. I don't get to get up yet. So, on behalf of Mayor John Whitmire, who was not able to be here today to attend a funeral, we have been joined by Councilmember Twyla Carter, who is an amazing advocate who's, I've only been at the department for a few months, but she's been advocating for this for so much longer. Councilmember Twyla Carter is a dedicated public servant and a dynamic leader with deep commitment to building a stronger, more resilient Houston. She's got a career that spans both the private and nonprofit sectors and brings strategic and compassionate approaches to her role as Houston City Council member at large, position 3. Prior to her election to City Council, she spent more than a decade as the Senior Vice President of Community Relations for the Houston Astros and was the Executive Director of the Astros Foundation. Under her leadership, the foundation raised over $60 million to support programs that uplift underserved communities and enhance quality of life across the city. Councilmember Carter was raised in humble circumstances and remembers what it was like to rely on welfare as a child. And with that knowledge, she has worked diligently to break cycles of poverty. Today, she champions policies that promote collaboration, accountability, and meaningful progress for all Houstonians. And I can speak from firsthand experience that yes, she does that. Councilmember Carter knows that safe communities are prosperous communities. Her commitment to the men and women in uniform runs deep, and she's committed to fully funding law enforcement. She is a passionate advocate for families and survivors of domestic violence and serves on the board as the board chair of the Texas Council on Family Violence. She's also an ex officio director of Houston First Corporation, so she is able to combine public and private sectors and all types of people. Her path forward service is, so there's an entire list of things that we could name, but I will say that she leads the Houston Resilience Committee as chair, and she also serves as vice chair of the Ethics and Governance Committee. She lives in Kingwood and is a member of the Kingwood Methodist Church, and we are so grateful for her honesty, consistency, and persistence and really just her faith in Houston's future, which includes you. And she really truly believes that the best path forward is always onward and upward, excuse me. So we are very, very grateful and lucky to have Councilmember Twyla Carter on our side, and she has your back. She has this program's back. And I'd like to invite her up to say a few words if she'd like.
I'm just going to say I'm glad to follow Dr. Tran because I tend to cry. And so I'm glad I'm not the only crier. But you know, when I cry, I tell everybody I cry from a place of gratitude, of pride. So I understand that. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. The other thing too, I thought I was being really cool with my red shoes today, but you got on red shoes, you got on red shoes. Check out Joseph's red shoes. But yeah, everybody's got the Christmas spirit. Ooh, look at your red shoes. You got some red shoes on too. Looking sharp. What a great day. What a great day for our city. What a great day for our families, for your families, your friends, and your community. But more importantly, what a great day for all of you. What a journey. You're here today in this place that takes so much courage, right? So to the graduates, the families, the mentors, the staff, and the community partners, thank you all for being here today because this moment is powerful and it matters. Today is not a graduation, it's a declaration. A declaration that a past mistake does not define a future. A declaration that growth is possible. A declaration that second chances are not given, they are in fact earned. To our graduates, you stand here today because you chose to show up when it was hard. You chose accountability over excuses. You chose discipline over comfort. And most importantly, you chose yourself. Reentry is not easy. It means facing doors that don't always open, people who don't always understand, and systems that don't always make room. Yet despite all that, you kept moving forward. That takes courage, that takes strength, and that takes vision. The program did not just provide you tools, it helped rebuild confidence, restore purpose, and reconnect you to your power. You learn job skills, life skills, and coping skills. But you also learn something even greater, that your life has value and your future is still being written. Let me be clear. This certificate is not your finish line. It's your launch pad. The real work continues when you leave here today, choosing integrity when no one is watching, choosing growth when old habits call, choosing hope when the road feels uncertain. But now you're better equipped. You're not the same person who started this journey. To the families and loved ones, thank you for believing, for encouraging, and for standing in the gap. Your support matters more than you know. To all the staff members, mentors, and partners, thank you for seeing potential where others saw problems. Your work changes lives and families and communities. Graduates, remember this, if nothing else, your past may be a chapter, but it is not your whole story. You are proof that transformations are real. You are proof that redemption is possible, and you are proof that second chances work. Walk with confidence, walk with purpose, and walk forward knowing that you belong in every room you enter. Congratulations, your future starts now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Carter, for those words. And now I want to introduce someone that I met once. She has a really good report about being faithful and seeing the success of the Houston Health Department. So I want y'all to welcome up the Chief of Staff, Ms. Deborah Moore.
Thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. Okay, that didn't sound very exciting. Good afternoon, everyone. All right. We're gonna liven this up a little bit, right? I have two duties. First, I saw that I have remarks. And secondly, I have the honor of introducing our special guests that have joined us to celebrate each and every one of you. So the last two ladies that preceded me openly cried. I cry all the time, but you just never see my tears. And again, they are tears of joy and tears of pride for each and every one of you. I can't tell you. I mean, I've done this graduation, I don't know how many years and how many times. We do 2 a year. And every graduation is my first graduation because just seeing your faces, and by the way, you do look beautiful, each and every one of you. Just seeing you, really, just seeing you, just brings up, it's a wellspring of tears, but they are tears of joy. So congratulations to each one of you. Congratulations to all of the family members that took this journey with you because they believe. Because believe me, they did take this journey with you. Congratulations to the teams that supported the Reentry Network and supported each one of you. I can't help but be proud of them. I call them all my babies because I've been with them for a very long time and very proud of the work that they do. So just real quickly, because this is what I think about touching the sky. The sky is not so very grand. I most can touch it with my hand. And reaching up my hand to try, I'm thrilled to see it touch the sky. And that's what each one of you are doing. That's what you've chosen to do. You have chosen to reach up your hands and try to touch the sky. And you will. Congratulations, graduates. My next task is to introduce, as I said, our special guests. So just real quickly, I'm going to thank Christopher Carter from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for being here today. You've heard from Councilmember Twyla Carter. Thank you so much, Councilmember, for your support. And she walks her talk, I will tell you. She is very supportive of this project. Thank you. I want to thank John Rosenthal with our state legislature. Thank you so much for being here. Mona Pena with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Thank you. And I think, am I missing anyone? I don't want to miss any of our special guests because without you, this project could not be successful. This program could not be successful. So are there any other guests or anyone representing any of our council members or legislators? Again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Ms. Moore. And now we're going to have 2 videos of participants that's been through our program. They have a few short words that they want to share about their time while they was going through the program.
Can't we get it?
There you go, there you go.
First of all, I want to thank God in the City of Houston reentry program, the counselors, the facilitators, and all the staff. Y'all all did more than just teach a class. You gave me tools, reminders, and a new way to see myself, and that truly matters. When I came into this program, I knew I had a past, but now I'm leaving focus on my future. I learned that change doesn't happen overnight. It happens through choices, discipline, commitment, and community. This program taught me to slow down, to be honest with myself, and to build my life the right way. It showed me that recovery, responsibility, and growth are real when you put in the work. To my classmates, we made it. We could have quit, but we didn't. We showed up, we pushed through, and it can take from us knowledge, confidence, and a new direction. Moving forward, I'm committed to using everything I learned, not just for myself, but for my family, my community, and the people who believed in me. I am walking out of here not as who I was, but who I am becoming. To the staff, the facilitators, my counselors, and my classmates, thank you for believing in me, even on the days when I doubted myself. Your guidance means more than you know. Today is not the finish line, it's the starting point, and I'm ready. All praises to Jesus Christ.
Hello, my name is Irwin Gaines. I'm a recent graduate of the Community Reentry Network program. Before attending CRNP, I was unsure as to what direction I needed to take concerning my transition. I was blessed with the opportunity to come into contact with several individuals who benefited from participating in this program. I can honestly say that I have gained a broader and more productive perspective on how I wish to pursue my career, engage with my community, become effective in relationship building, and have a positive in the CRNP. The instructors were dedicated to ensuring that we were fully prepared to go forth and excel in any venture we chose to pursue. I wholeheartedly encourage anyone recently released from corrections to invest in themselves by participating in this program. This program is most definitely needed in order to develop people, such as myself, with the best opportunity to be great. In closing, I would like for you to gauge my progress in eventual success as a measuring stick of how excellent this program is. Thank you. The instructors were dedicated to ensuring that we were fully prepared to go forth and excel in any venture we choose to pursue. I wholeheartedly encourage anyone recently released from corrections to invest in themselves by participating in this program. This program is most definitely needed in order to develop people, such as myself, with the best opportunity to be great. In closing, I would like for you to engage.
Would you please give another round of applause for those participants? I'm so proud of you, Mr. Jones. Mr. Gaines as well, he told me, he texted me last night, he said, I'm not gonna be able to make it, I'm at work. But tell everybody that I'm there in spirit. And I can tell you this, those two individuals on those videos, they have really embraced the core values of how powerful a community can be. And I see them active right now in their community, making a positive impact. So I just want to let y'all know I'm proud of y'all. All right, this next participant, I'm extremely proud of her. She's very motivated, enthused, positive. She always sending people in her field and telling them to come to the reentry program. I have seen her commitment and dedication and what she's doing. And so I want to introduce Ms. Holly Austin. She's going to be giving some remarks to y'all. Superstar.
Good afternoon, everyone. To the graduates of the Community Reentry Network Program, to your families, the staff, the mentors, and the pillars of our community who stand behind us today. My name is Hallie Alston, and I stand here today knowing that I have a purpose and a reason. A reason to get up every day, a reason to keep moving, a reason to believe that I can make a difference in this world and that I matter. My life matters, and my experiences, even the painful ones, matter, because I can now use them to help others along their own journey of reintegration. For 5 years, I was away from the world I once knew. 5 years of separation, 5 years of mistakes, and 5 years of lost time I can never get back. And when I first came home, if I'm being real honest, I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know where I fit in or what I was supposed to do next. What I did know was that I could not go back to the person that I was before. That is where the Community Reentry Network Program stepped in and changed the direction of my life. This program gave me something I hadn't had in a long time, the choice to do something productive every single day. When I didn't remember how to live on a schedule as a responsible adult and I wasn't being told or forced to do it, this program gave me a reason. It gave me a purpose. It gave me somewhere to be and something positive to focus on. It gave me a real reason to set my alarm clock every morning and actually get up instead of just existing day after day. But it gave me even more than that. It gave me a community, people who knew where I was coming from and understood what I was dealing with. I wasn't judged by my past, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel alone. I felt seen, I felt understood, and in that community, I found something I had been missing for years: hope. One of the first job opportunities I was given was doing gig work at the NRG Stadium, something I would have never thought about doing or looking for on my own. But for the first time in a long time, I was earning real money and not working for free. And at the same time, I was able to experience live music, something I could not have afforded at the time or imagined being able to do so soon after coming home. I even got to see and listen to Beyonce perform. Standing there in that moment, listening to that music, I realized how much of my life I had been missing. I felt grateful simply to be free and to experience it. That moment changed everything for me. It motivated me to go after more, to find something meaningful, to build a future that allows me to keep living, growing, and experiencing life. It connected me with people who are doing the kind of work I want to do, helping others. Because of that, I found my direction. I am now in the process of becoming a peer support specialist so I can help the next person walking the same road I once walked and am still walking, to guide them the way this program has guided me. And I learned this: the obstacles that we face and the letdowns that we encounter are not death blows. They are just speed bumps and ones that we can recover from. The Community Reentry Network Program didn't just help me reintegrate into society, it helped me find my place in it again. To my fellow graduates today, you did not just complete a program. You proved that change is possible, that healing is possible, that this second chance is a new beginning. And to the families and supporters here, thank you. Your love and belief carried us further than you may ever realize. Today is not the end of a journey, it is the beginning of a better one. And because of this program, I now walk forward with hope, discipline, and purpose. Thank you.
Superstar. That's a superstar right there. Thank you, Holly. This next participant, we're in for a treat. Ever since the day she walked in and enrolled in the program, positivity just breathes from out of every breath she takes. She's a wonderful, she's an amazing person. And so I just want to introduce Nicole Watson. She has a special performance that she has for everyone.
All right, Nicole. All right, now.
It's a lot of y'all.
Hey, right now.
Broken down, tired, you live life on a merry-go-round. You can't find the fire, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountain, I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise you we'll bring the world to its feet. Ooh, mountain, bring it to its feet. Ooh, mountain, I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, for that we have each other, for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise up, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up inside of the air. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, rise like the day. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you.
Go ahead, Nicole, superstar. Now that's a voice right there. That changed the atmosphere in this place. Now, I seen some people wake up. You continue to keep sharing that voice. Such a beautiful voice. So proud of you. That was a breath of fresh air, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. We gonna keep it going. This next individual, just had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of days, and he's a former graduate of the Community Reentry Network program. When I met him, he's just so enthused. He's filled with energy, and I believe he's our keynote speaker today. So I'm gonna welcome up Mr. Greer. He has some remarks for y'all today. He's a former graduate. Y'all give him a warm welcome.
Good afternoon. Great. I would like to hold my spot. Right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, graduates, family, staff, community partners. I'm gonna just kind of share a little bit of my journey with y'all, and hope I was thinking like, how can I bring value? So I'm just gonna share it, and I hope you take something from it. Okay. So my name is Greer Grayson. I'm a graduate, 2016. I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown before I start. About 10 years ago, life has had a crazy journey. So now I have a family. God has continued to bless me in an enormous amount of ways. Because I'm really not going to talk about myself in detail where I am today, but how I got to where I am today. So today is the first day of the rest of my life. Those are the words I said in 2016 on this stage when I was graduating, right? What I didn't understand then is that the real work started after life kicked in, right? I remember sitting here similar to y'all. I was nervous. I was hopeful, but I didn't know what was coming up. I didn't know what the future held. Because this is the nice fresh start. You got the fresh feeling, but what happens after time starts progressing? Where do we go from there? So when I first came here, I was lost. I was confused. I was unemployed. And I just needed some direction. I didn't know what I was doing. Here I found more than just information and good stuff. I found a safety net. I found a place where I can start rebuilding and not just by myself, right? A place where people understood my background and I wasn't judged for it. And that's important. The staff here, they're amazing. They don't just teach, they encourage, they listen, right? And they believed in me when sometimes I didn't even believe in myself. And that's really important because confidence is very important. But I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Graduation it doesn't make life easier, right? It's a beautiful thing, but it doesn't make life easier. Tough days are still gonna come, and sometimes they're gonna come back to back to back to back to back, right? It's still gonna happen. Temptation is still gonna show up, right? Discouragement is still gonna whisper in your ear, sometimes yell at you, right? So what are you gonna do? I learned quickly, if you're not grounded and if you're not prepared, then you're gonna have the backslide. We all know about the recidivism rate, right? So what are you gonna do? You gotta be prepared. You gotta stay grounded. Because why? Why? Old habits don't disappear. They don't go away. They don't die. They wait. What do they wait for? They wait for frustration, right? They wait for isolation, right? They wait for stress. They wait for life to hit you. Boom. I wasn't ready for that. So I had a similar moment here when I first was here. When I first was coming in, we had a job fair, and I was dressed up, and I'm sitting there like, my heart's like, my palms is getting all sweaty, nervous, right? And then that voice started in. What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't belong here, right? You look at you, you're a clown. And I'm like, oh man, here we go. I'm not gonna do this. I was about to back out, but I regrouped and I did it anyway. I stayed for the seminar. I got some resume tips and some interview tips. And that was a turning point for me. Not because life came easy, but then I realized, hey, you know what? I can learn my way through this and I'm not alone, right? So what I want to share to you today is not perfection, it's process. Because it's not perfection, it's process. So now I just want to show you some of the things that I did after, because after graduation, there was no applause, there was no schedule. It was choices now. And what you do every single day is more important than how you feel on a day like today. What you do every single day, that's what's going to determine the outcomes, right? So the things that I did, I started journaling. Well, the first thing I do every single day, start the day with gratitude, right? Because you got to remember where you came from and why you're doing it. Gratitude. I'm a firm believer, everything starts with gratitude. Then I got into journaling. I journaled my struggles, things I was grateful for. I would get these things out of my head so they didn't become excuses later on, right? I would meditate. I would breathe because I had to control my nerves and emotions throughout the day, and that was my way of doing it. And then I would set small goals, little small goals. You build discipline because let me tell you this, discipline is going to show up when motivation is gone, right? It's discipline. So I want you to hear this, and this is one big point for me. Goals turn survival into progress, right? Goals turn survival into progress, right? It turns chaos into clarity, and then it gives all your effort a destination. Because what happens with all those small little habits, if you start to build them up, they become an armor, they become an anchor, they anchor you down. Because life is going to keep coming, boom, but you'll be anchored, right? So this journey isn't yours to walk alone. And what I did is I leaned on mentors. I leaned on the staff here. I leaned on friends, family. My father's right back there. I leaned on him. And I humbled myself and I accepted the support. Because you have to, we always say now I'm in Coca-Cola and we say humble and hungry. Stay humble and hungry. But I stopped thinking that I had to prove myself to be part of something bigger. Because the truth is, we are not meant to go through this alone. Right? We are not meant to go through this alone. So one thing that I did wish that somebody had kind of told me before is hope without direction turns into frustration, right? Hope without direction turns into frustration. So that's where you gotta get a game plan, realistic goals, set those things in line. The moments of life, they don't stop. They don't stop. They're going to keep coming. They just change form, right? As you grow, the problems grow and they change. They don't stop coming. I'm here today to tell you my journey hasn't been easy and it hasn't been perfect. And I stumble, and I've had to recommit myself many times. But the difference now is I'm prepared, right? And I know I'm not alone. So I'm going at it a whole lot differently, and it's made all the difference. So now how about you? You're standing on the threshold of life. And and even though this day is heavy, it's a gift. It's a gift to rebuild. So remember what I said in the beginning. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, but it only matters if you make it count. So one step at a time, you can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. You know what I mean? So let's celebrate today. But as everybody said, this is not the finish line. This is the handoff. You got tools now. You got knowledge now. You got network now. So what I say is build your network, right? Build your support system, right? Set your goals, get your goals, and protect your habits. Protect what you do every single day. That's what matters. And you may not feel ready, and that's okay. Start anyway, because I'm proof not of, like I said, progression, but I'm proof of progress. And so this is a momentous day. I'm so proud to be in this room. I've been in rooms that I thought I would never be in, but that's where God put me. You know what I mean? It's not all about our understanding. So I'm gonna leave the words I landed with last time. And if you remember nothing else, remember this: a second chance isn't anything if you didn't learn from your first. All right. Thank y'all for having me.
Mr. Greer came with it, didn't he? He came with it. I believe the embodiment of his message for us today is the journey continues. It's not over. You received this knowledge. You've been sitting in class, you've been learning. It's time to use this knowledge. Life is adventurous. Life is fun if you look at it that way. And so the things that you've been learning it becomes an adventure in life when you begin to use this information and apply it in day-to-day choices. So I appreciate you, Brother Gurr, for coming with that. He came with it. Thank you, brother. This next individual, I remember him on the tank. See, a lot of people in here don't know what that is. see, in prison, you get a tablet, and they got this show called The Tank where, you know, they talk a lot about a lot of positive stuff and things that's taking place in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And I used to always see this individual come on tank, you know, with Brother Keegan and Brewster, and they used to always encourage individuals, you know, with coming out of a prison mindset. And so I want to introduce Mr. Christopher Carter. He's the TDCJ Director of the Chaplaincy and Volunteer Service Division. Thank you.
Y'all looking good today. I want to thank God for this opportunity to be here today to address you all. Y'all on the other side of the wire, man. This is what you prayed for. This is what you dreamed about. It's time to make it happen, right?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Yeah. Time to make it happen. Give yourself a round of applause, then. That's right. Well, my name is Chris Carter. February made 31 years that I've worked in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. I started when I was 19. I was a kid looking for a job. I've grown a lot. I've served from correction officer to warden, to deputy director, to division director. I've done it all. When you look at the resume, you see all these things that we've accomplished, but the resume doesn't tell you about the struggles. Come on. See, God has a plan. So on the way here, I was riding with Brother Brewster, and I was thinking about what message can I give you graduates today? And God put this in my heart. Tell them I love them and tell them that they still have a future. But you have to believe that. So I want to thank Ms. Latasha for inviting me to this graduation, Houston Health Department and staff. God bless y'all. Give them a round of applause. Y'all are true champions. I want to thank the family members and all the supporters and friends and the volunteers. You know, one of the greatest investments that you can make in the public safety is reentry program. You know, when you think about the criminal justice system, you see police, courts, and prisons, but there's a fourth pillar there. It's called reentry. You know, I truly believe that the same amount of energy that we use to put you in there, we need to use that kind of energy when you get out. That's why we're here today. God bless y'all. That's it. You know, today we have our annual Christmas party at TDCJ. You have people coming from throughout the state, pie, cake, all these different things, music, choir, you know, a lot of things going on. Every director's there, all the people are there celebrating, you know, the end of the year. I chose to be here with y'all, man. That ought to tell you how important you are. That's right. That's it. There was a Chinese philosopher named Lao Tzu said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. Today is that step. Keep moving forward. The journey continues. It costs too much to look back. How much has it cost you? Being away from your families, missing out on opportunity. You'll never get time back. I've seen a lot of people raise up out of prison and become giants out in the community. Let me name some for you. Keegan and Brewster right here. That's it, a giant. Cedric Roberson, where you at, man? A giant. That's it. Albert Yancey, where you at, brother? A giant out there in the community. Brian Kelly, where you at? A giant out in the community. See, that's one of the gifts that I get from being in the prison system so long. I've seen acorns turn into oak trees out there. Multi-millionaires, motivational speakers. They travel the state with me now, conducting Stop the Drug rallies. We visit prisons throughout the state. They travel other states. See, the power is within you. If you want to bloom, it's your choice. Y'all repeat after me. It's my time. It's my time. It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my life. It's my life. It's my opportunity. It's my opportunity. Give yourself a round of applause, then. What are you waiting on? I just want to tell you that be aware of the blind spots out there. Thousands of people die in auto accidents each year because there's things in the mirror they don't see. Blind spots. The people that come back to prison, this is what they said: I never seen it coming. Or they was too relentless about their persuasions. You have to prepare yourself for that. You have to be so dialed in on your future that nothing can stop you from getting where you need to go. My grandfather told me when I was a little kid, he said, always do more than what people expect. Be the best worker at your job. Be the first one there and the last one to leave. I was asking Bruce, I said, give me some of that secret sauce you got. He said, boss man, I didn't even know how much they were paying when they hired me. All I wanted was a job when I got out.
Yeah.
He said, I came in early. I stayed late. And before long, I was a supervisor. Too much is given, much is required. I want y'all to understand something. You have to find your why. Your why, the reason you wake up every day, the reason you go every day, the reason you will not quit every single day. Because when your why is big, your how is small. When the why is strong, the how is weak. And when the why is everything, the how is nothing. My kids, my family, my mom, my dad, the people that I love, I'm gonna fight to get to that. When you go to work, let the world know you're there. Oprah Winfrey said, make excellence your brand. Be the best you can be at whatever you do. If you work like you own the company, one day you might. See, you all have what a lot of people don't. You have that grit. Diamonds are formed under pressure. That's why they cost so much. You know, I didn't, you know, when we were growing up, I was 13 years old. I watched one of my friends get murdered at a party, and I was ready to quit school. My mom, and I walked in the house, and my mother was on her knees praying. She was praying for me. And I heard her ask God, protect my son. Don't allow him to ruin his own life. And it stuck with me, man. I really started understanding that you got people that love you to life. For many years, I watched the kids come to visitation, the family members come to visitation, and all those tears fall to my side because they believed in you, they loved you, they never quit. Don't follow the people that never came and seen you. Stick with the people in your corner, man. I told my mother that day, I said, I'll make a commitment to you, and I'll do that. And I stopped going out, started doing my push-ups and hanging around the house and playing sports and working jobs. I graduated high school, and TDCJ blessed me with a job, and I never looked back. There was no other Carters working there. I come up from the bottom there. Next thing you know, I look back, I'm like at the third level to the highest position out of 33,000 people. That's what happens when the journey continues for you. When you fight, when you have a reason. I made my mother my why. Every position I went up for, my closing remark was, I want to make my mother proud of me. When I went up for director, I said, I want to make my mother proud of me. The people on the other side of the table may not understood that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When you have a reason, when you have something to fight for. My mother said, the harder you fight, the harder it is to quit. This is y'all chance, man. This is y'all time here. Y'all look good in these gowns. Look good running a corporation out there somewhere. If you want to do it, you can. We have so much faith in you. I have so much love for the city of Houston. I know a lady named Kathy Griffin from Houston. Yeah. Man, that's my lady. Kathy got out and started a program and is thriving in prison, and she's helping those ladies find themselves and helping them build their lives and put it back together. The key to it is servant leadership. Y'all remember in the Bible when David went to the battle, he didn't go to fight, he went to serve. When y'all go out to the community, serve your community. Make Houston the greatest city in the world, and y'all can do it. Thank y'all for allowing me to be here. God bless y'all. God keep the positive movement. Thank you.
Oh, y'all can do better than that. Yeah. He gave us some powerful words. That's some encouragement. Yeah. That's some motivation. What that means is no excuse. No excuse. Let me go ahead with the program. All right. So now I want to bring Mr. Ivan Prater up here. He's going to do the conferring of the certificates.
Thank you, Peter. What a great, day. I think, when I see all of you coming down the hallway earlier today, I was getting a little emotional. I start my morning out each day that I come to work sitting in front of you all, and we often have very deep and very, evolving conversations. So I've had the privilege of really listening and hearing a lot of your stories, your struggles, your hopes, your ambitions, your dreams. And those things, they weigh on me heavily. Many of you know that I consider myself to be an advocate, a person of community, a person who is from this community, a person who has seen firsthand how these issues of, barriers can impact not only your will, your motivation, but your very sense of identity and self. So I want to leave you today with one final lesson, if you will, right? We talk about these issues in MRT around identity, goal setting. We've heard Mr. Greer talk about it. We've heard it mentioned a few times that this journey is continuing from this moment forward. And we talk about, as a matter of fact, yesterday, Peter and I were discussing, and Peter, we were talking about baptism and what does it mean to be baptized, and that symbolism of it being a public declaration that you have been transformed and you're now moving in a new way. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of like what graduation really is. It's a sort of public declaration of a transformation that has happened within you, right? But as we know, recidivism is, re-entry is two parts, right? That the issue of recidivism isn't just about your individual transformation, right? That is the work that you've shown that you've done. You've done your part, you've done the work internally, right, to recognize the things within you that you must change. But the second part of recidivism and re-entry is about the community transformation, right? That the community needs to change and be prepared to receive the new you, right? To allow you to walk within this new purpose and not, as someone said earlier, hold that past person against you. So today isn't just about your, declaration to yourself. It's about what we are also declaring to you, right? That we will do our part to ensure that we are creating the kind of communities that are making space for you to show up and to thrive, right? So I want to also, sort of give this call to action to you, because I do believe that beyond this moment, you gotta, understand that power, which is when we talk about being empowered, right? The empowerment that you may have now that you've learned these new skills and you sort of stood here today and declared that you're walking in a new purpose, right? You're going to align your actions now with your values and your beliefs and this new sense of goals and identity that you have, right? That's all great. But the real power comes in when you take what you've learned and you share that power with someone else that's where you once were, right? That's where we truly see power begin to change not only you, but entire communities, entire cities, right? So I want to encourage you today that when you leave here, don't let this be the last time that we all see you. We have an alumni program. There's a table outside. So this is my plug. That I'm hoping each of you decide to join, that you decide to become, responsible citizens. Because what I understand is that the situation that many of you have ended up in that has, put you, here today isn't necessarily a moral failure. That many of you were victims, right? Victims of systems that have failed you, education systems that have failed you, healthcare systems that have failed you, right? Court systems and criminal justice systems that have failed you. So you've learned to operate outside of a system that has rejected you. And that operating outside of that system is survival. However, those survival skills that you learned, they don't necessarily serve you when it's time to thrive within the system. So this graduation today is also a declaration that you have declared that you're willing to try to trust the systems again, right? That you're willing to play by the rules, live by the rules, right? Live within the system itself, right? And that is a commitment, again, that is not only upon you, but upon us, the system and the communities, to ensure that, again, we're wrapping ourselves around you to ensure that today is not just a day of photo ops and a day of your feelings, but today is a day where we all are being committed to your success. So this is the one we've all been waiting for, right? So it's my honor to welcome you all and to congratulate you one last time on this great achievement. And yeah.
All right, Cashmere Multi-Service Center. Are you ready? Have these participants graduate? Leading off for the fall class of 2005, Miss Hallie Hope Austin. Up next, we have John Berlou. Miss Elena Whiteman. Now we got Mr. Michael Braxton. Now we have Miss Teresa Bush. Now next we got Jason Davis. Now we have Michael Dawson. Ready for Melvin Vernon. Next we have the voice from the CRNP team, Mr. Cole Wilson Dawson. Now we have Miss Alina Espinosa. This is Illinois. You guys, Garza. Let's give it up for Alex. Ryan Harvey. Now, next up is Alan Bernard. Hey! Next up, we have Sharon. Start the howling. Now we have one of the superstars, Tyrone Jones. Next up, we have Mark Kearney, I'm sorry. Next up, we have Tiffany Kitchen. Next up, we have Lydia LaVille. And we have Mr. Joe Martinez. Next up, we have Tima LaClay. Now we have, up next, Teresa LaClay. Now we have Mr. Michael Mead. Next up, we have Mr. Stephen Morris. Next up, we have Miss Erica Hayes. Now we have Mr. Joseph Peter. Another peer specialist, Darren Proctor. Most notable one. Come on, Mr. Eddie. Next we have Miss Cecilia Rodriguez. Now we have Mr. Daniel Stone. Bernard Sussman. Still Miss Sarah Testa. Next we have Miss Nicola Turner. Now we have, ready? Mr. Iro Lorenzo. Now we have Miss Deborah Watts. And now we have Mr. Charles Weathers. Now we have Mr. Natasha Womack Connor. We have now Miss Lisa Woodruff. Now we have Mr. Fernando Castillo. Last but not least, Mario Woods. Now let's get out there and do the real work, guys.
All right. Well, we. All right. Seems like we coming down to a close. And so before we close, I want before we close, I want to introduce someone. But before I introduce this person, I just want to, acknowledge how thankful I am for working for this program. I've been here since I've been out. First week, they done seen everything about me. First call, first house, first date, all that. They done seen it all. And so they my family. And so I like to thank all of the staff. They very supportive of me. They believe in me, and they believe in the work that we're doing. It's gonna make an impact. And now I would like to introduce, she's like a spiritual mother to me, Miss Latasha Selectman. She's the bureau chief of CRNP.
Okay, thank you so much, Peter. I want to lose my voice on today, right? Before I start talking, though, I'd like to bring up two people. The first person I want to bring up is Representative John Rosenthal. Representative Rosenthal, y'all give him a hand.
Thank you. Hi, y'all. Good afternoon. Are you happy?
Yes!
I'm State Representative John Rosenthal. I represent a portion of Houston House District 135, and I'm standing up here, you know, all respectable, clean, showered, and shaved. And there's a part of my story that I don't usually tell, and that's the time when I was homeless. So I was a school dropout, and I was on the streets. And I would go to the public park to shower. And a dude that I knew from high school, well, barely knew, had mercy for me and took me in. He said, "You need a place to stay? You can stay with me." And a little one-bedroom apartment, I slept literally on the floor of his closet. And if it wasn't for that young man, I probably wouldn't be standing here today. But it's not that it was a handout. He gave me a hand up. I want to talk to you just, I can't even follow these people. I've been so fantastic speakers today and so motivational. This was like one of my favorite things to come do because I want to uplift you for your courage, for your commitment, for the possibility that you represent. You know, I was a school dropout. I went back to school. I worked in restaurants. I worked for minimum wage. I washed dishes and cleaned bathrooms. And I found my way back to school with the support of people around me. I got a degree in engineering. I came to Houston. And I have made my life here in this city.
It's all right.
So let me tell you something about courage. It does not mean you don't have fear. Courage means you have fear and you faced it down. You faced it down to be in this program. You faced it down to participate every day. And when the stuff came down and it seemed disappointing or whatever, you continued, you persevered. That's why you're sitting here today. You had courage. You had commitment to yourself, to the possibility that there is something better for you in your life. There is a meaning you get to define for yourself. And that's why I'm so grateful to be here, because here's the thing. When you have a little courage, you have commitment, you can decide what your life will be about. And the reason that you're here is because you have already demonstrated that you can be unstoppable in your life. You can be set back. You can be knocked down. But when you believe in yourself, when you stand up for yourself, as long as you don't give up, you can't be stopped. So I just want to commend you and thank you for going through it. Thank you for the lives that you are going to affect and inspire. You all have already inspired me. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for giving me a couple of minutes to talk.
We're thankful, Representative Rosenthal, because he is committed his time. He's very busy, but he commits his time every year, every graduation, to come out here and share a few words and just to celebrate with us, with all of the graduates and all the families, all the community members, and all the community partners. So thank you again, Representative Rosenthal, for being here with us on today and every graduation that you're able to be here with us. I'd like to take this moment to bring up another partner who commits to being here with us all the time, just whenever she can. She's with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Parole Division, Ms. Mona Pena.
Thank you guys for allowing me to take a few minutes of your time. I know you all are trying to wrap up, but I did have a few things that I had asked if they'd give me a chance to speak with you all. I want you guys to know, and you may not see the people behind you, but I have invited several parole officers and their supervisors. The parole officers that are here are the people who sent the most people on parole to this program. So I asked those people to come in, be part of your graduation with you, and then take that message back to their offices so that they can see what can be provided, and so that we can continue to add to the attendees and to the graduates for this program. I wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you. You are not a TDC number. You are no one's cellie. You are not an inmate. When I started working for TDCJ, I was 22 years old. I've been on Wallace, Ware, Garza East, Garza West, Lionel, where else? Smith unit, the work camps in Sweetwater, San Angelo, and Big Spring. And I've seen what it's like to be on a TDC unit. No matter what you explain to your family and friends, if they haven't been there, they don't understand it. It's a different world. And then, you know, we expect you to pop out of that different world, taken away from society, not able to make your own choices. You can't go to sleep when you want to, all of that. And we expect you to get out day one, get a job, start paying bills. And that's just not how it works. The first thing you did right was coming to this program. The second thing you did right was committing to the program. Everything after this, you got it. You'll be able to do it. But what I don't want to happen is for one of our parole officers to hold you back. And if that happens, you tell them I'm calling Mona. Now, having said that, the first thing I'm gonna do is check my traps. I'm gonna make sure your side of the street is clean. If it is, I got you.
Thank you.
Okay? That's all I got. Thank you for your time.
Mona, before you go sit down, Ms. Pena, I would like to ask you to have your parole officers stand because we want to recognize them for being so committed to partnership, you and the parole officers. If you would please stand. Our program wants to recognize you because so many of you come out and do what you, well, Ms. Burks and I, Ms. Burks is here, but and Mr. Wayne, also former parole officers, nonetheless, what we call field visits, to stop in and check on people and make sure they're okay and make sure they're progressing well. We appreciate our partnership with TDCJ and the local parole offices because we're committed to your success. So thank you all for continuing the partnership and the commitment to success for all people who are currently on supervision. Okay, with that being said, we have so many community partners and stakeholders, people who are committed to our success. If I get off track with the things I have to say, I might start crying too, and I'm a real big crybaby. I'll fall on this ground. So I have a few notes that I've written down that I want to share with you all. And the first thing I want to say is thank you all for being here. I want everybody here to give themselves a hand clap because there are so many other places you could have been on today, but you chose to be here instead. I want to thank the graduates, the family members, the community partners, the stakeholders, the elected officials, just anybody who's here. I want to thank you for being here. Congratulations to all graduates. There are a lot of you guys I know personally. I know just kind of from passing by the office, and also I tell y'all, just call me Latasha. I'm just here to serve, right? And that's really who I am. I'm just here to serve, however you need me to serve. And I want you guys to continue to do that, to come out of the office and know that we're all here to serve you. I want you to know that this is no small feat, that getting here each day, committing to self-examination, because that's really what it's about, right? Knowing who you are inside, what got you here in the first place, and what you might need to do to turn things around for yourself in the future. I want you to know that we appreciate the opportunity for working with you on changing the trajectory on the rest of your life, right? Excuse me. I want you to know that we believe in you and that we're proud of you. Now, I also want to recognize your families for being here because a lot of people have told me that this is the first graduation that they have ever had in their lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And so that's great. We're excited to be able to support you in the first graduation that many of you all have ever had. So hip hip hooray for y'all and for us. We love to do this for you guys twice a year. Whenever we love to be able to do this. Right. And so congratulations and then we thank you, family members, stakeholders, everybody for coming out and celebrating this event with us. Now, the next thing I want to do is just a few brief thank yous. I want to thank the mayor, council members, particularly Councilmember Carter, for your relentless support of criminal justice and reentry initiatives. More specifically, I want to thank you for your commitment to successful reintegration of those returning to the Houston community. Without you, none of this would be possible. For always advocating for us. I want to thank Pastor Kirkpatrick too. I want to thank you because you've been a relentless partner with this reentry program for, I know, at least 6 to 7 years. You're here without receiving any remuneration, without any money. You're committed not just to adult reentry, but to youth reentry. Your Paleo Church in this Northeast community has just been phenomenal in serving people and providing housing support, so many ways that I can't even name. So thank you for the work that you do. There are other churches that are also in this community that so many I can't even name, but I just want to make sure that I recognize Kirkpatrick, just because of the work that he has always done with us, and also sending us clients because he does so much in-reach and outreach in TDCJ. Director Tran, I want to thank you for uplifting health and human services efforts, specifically reentry efforts, understanding the significant role that public health plays in supporting the health and well-being, not just Houstonians, but those people who are really working to successfully reintegrate back into the Houston community. Without you, your advocacy, without your support, this could not continue to happen, so thank you. I'm from a little town in Mississippi, and there's a guy who always said, "Go, make me cry." But and so that's how I feel when I'm about to say this one. So everybody smile at me or something because this one's about to make me cry. But I have to say it anyway. I want to thank Deputy Director and Chief of Staff Moore for being the reentry champion for HHD, for the program, for each and every one of you all, for being my mentor. This is what y'all don't know. This lady saw me being bossy 15 years ago. 15 years ago, and she said, "Who is that?" And I didn't even know it 15 years ago. And she has been guiding me, leading me, cheering me on, and correcting me when she needs to 15 years later. No matter what, right? And so I appreciate that. And then when reentry came along, and so when I came to the health department, it was to work in reentry. Little did I know that that's where God was leading me. So anyway, I started working in reentry when the program first started back in 2008. We're gonna circle back to that. But then I left and started working in some other areas around the health department, still in human services. I worked in clinics. I worked everywhere almost in this department. You can't miss me in health, in public service. But nonetheless, working in reentry has always been just my heart. I love to serve people. The thing that she has really taught me though is she's guided me and taught me about serving others. And she's taught me how service is the highest calling. She's shown me time and time again, and you know, Mr. Carter said it, and it's true. To whom much is given, much is required. And so I cannot thank you, Ms. Moore, enough for teaching me. So, you know, if you want mentorship in the most sincere way, is the way I'm gonna say it, y'all contact Ms. Moore, and that's it. Now, the next person I want to thank is LaShonda Mary Moore. She has been around the block, and she's learning reentry in a real way. And you're talking about an advocate. You can't get a better advocate and a thought partner. I don't know what other words to say about her, and she's an innovator. And so I want to thank her for always supporting the work that I do, the work that we do in reentry. Thank you, LaShonda, for being here for our program and the work that we do. Now, Unity Church is here. Unity Church is a partner of ours. They do workforce development. They provide, the services are, I don't want to go too deep into all that they provide, but they have been a partner in our community, providing services for the reentering population, initially in the church and then across the community. I can't thank you all enough for being here to support us in the work that we do. There are so many community partners here. If I were to name all of you all, I might miss somebody, but I just want to say thank you. I want to now thank all of the staff, the reentry staff. Ms. Burks, where's Ms. Burks? She's back there. I see her eyes rolling at me. That's what she always does, but I still appreciate her. She had me back there making tea. She's probably the only person that can get me to go back and make tea. But anyway, thank you, Ms. Burks, for the work that you do. Ms. Elvia Coronado. She is a backbone to everything that we do, and she is also my boss. Yeah, and so Michael Long, thank you so much. Mr. Wayne Baum, Alfredo Ortiz, Mary Henry, Alan Prater, Veronica Williams, Martine Mollet, and Peter Hill. Peter Hill, there is not enough that I can say about him. He is our Lone Ranger outreach person, but just about everybody probably that's here has been touched by Peter in outreach and in reach into the prison system. Is that right?
Yes. AKA.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay. And I'm gonna go through the rest of this pretty fast. We have interns due to a partnership with Texas Southern University. So thank you all for being here as well and supporting us. Christian Johnson, Journey McNeil, Anaya Bognac, and Summer Scott. All of our volunteers, too many to name. And now I want to do something that's really near and dear to my heart. Some of you guys I just called like out of the clear blue. All of our past graduates and staff, will y'all please stand? Now, this is a big deal for me because these individuals who are past graduates, some of them graduated back in 2009. Is that right, Mr. Williams? Okay. 2009, back when I was a case manager in this program. Some of them graduated after 2009, 2010, 12, 14, 15, 16. And the reason I'm bringing this up because it's a testament to the work that's been done in reentry through and through. And these people are still in the community surviving and thriving. And so if you need a mentor, you need somebody to talk to, there are people in this room. Connect to them. Connect to them. They know how to stay out. They know how to thrive. They know how to survive. We are family. And don't forget that. Okay, now, this is what I want to end on. Your past does not define you, and every day is a new opportunity to write a different story for your life. Congratulations, and the journey does continue. Enjoy the food and fellowship. I know Peter wanted to put a plug in for alumni. Don't miss a table. And that's all that I have.
All right, real quick. These graduates, y'all now eligible to become alumni members of the Community Reentry Network Association. So we're gonna have a table out here. I would like for y'all to sign up. My brother Clay, he's right there, he's heading it. I'm serving along with him as vice president. We have Italia, we have, I'm sorry, I can't. Candy, Miss Candy, she's, Tandy, I'm sorry, Tandy. And so we started the Alumni Association, so we would encourage y'all to sign up. We really have some good things that we want to produce from the Alumni Association. I believe that it's going to be a great support to you post-graduation. So y'all sign up, they're going to be outside waiting for you. With that, you released. Hold on. Okay.
I'm not gonna make it long. Okay, graduates, we have already given you the instructions for right now. Those on the stage, we're gonna ask that you come forward. We're gonna take our group picture before they take. And audience, we want to thank you for everything, for being here. We will let the graduates eat first, but they must take their group shot. So first row, remember, turn your chairs around, let's move. Only the graduates should be moved. Come to the middle. I need someone, ladies, I need y'all to sit down, and I need others to sit on get on the back. He's in the middle, he's gonna get us straightened.
I left this place a mess. So happy.
Thank you. Just say all your accolades.
What matter?
It's your presence here.
Thank you for energy. Like, so it's